What is the price of choosing a path that is entirely your own, in a world divided by factions, where every choice can be a matter of life and death? Let me dive straight into the bustling streets and rigid structures of future Chicago, where society is neatly sliced into 5 factions, each valuing a different virtue above all others. But does such a division truly create harmony, or does it only mask the simmering chaos beneath? Daughter of Smoke and Bone may articulate its prose with the grace of a poet, painting the world in lush strokes that can halt the heart with pure beauty. Indeed, Laini Taylor spins a yarn so fine that one cannot help but pause to admire the tapestry she weaves. Yet here I am, bestowing 5 stars, shining, unapologetic, and one more than I gave that literary gem, upon Veronica Roth's Divergent, a book that revels not in the art of its words, but in the sheer, unquenchable joy of its narrative. The world Roth presents to us with its rigid faction system does not beg us to suspend our disbelief, but rather commands it with an iron fist. We do not question why one would be a Scotty dog and another a thimble. No, we accept the arbitrary dictates of this world as we accept the rules of a board game, because the excitement lies not in questioning, but in playing. Divergent is a roller coaster, a leap from an airplane, a dive into icy waters. It is pure, unadulterated, and adrenaline-laced exhilaration. It wraps its hands around you and refuses to let go until the ride is over, the pages are spent, and you sit there, breathless, craving more. We set our scene in future Chicago, a place where simplicity clothes the selfless and vibrancy adorns the peacemakers, where the starkness of black and white heralds the blunt honesty of the candor, and shadows dress the bold protectors of the dauntless. Erudite, ever serene, cloak themselves in the calmness of blue. Their creed rests on knowledge as power, a calm mind as a clear one. Enter Beatrice Pryor, a 16-year-old born in the gray-clad ranks of abnegation, who has always felt out of pace with her family's quiet selflessness. Her brother Caleb embodies the faction's virtue, making Beatrice's feelings of misplacement gnaw at her all the more. Choice looms over every 16-year-old's head like a guillotine. Stay safe within the bounds of their family's faction, or venture into the unknown, where allegiance to their past must be severed. Divergent is a tale of violent ebbs and flows, a dance of fist and foot, heart and head. It makes us gasp out loud, causes us to abandon all else in pursuit of what lies on the next page. Never mind the grilled cheese. The novel itself is sustenance enough for those who crave action and a PG-rated romance, where genius lies not in the newness of the tale, but in its telling, where characters leap from the page and into our hearts until we feel their joy and pain as acutely as our own. This world, you see, is no mere portrait of a potential future. It is an expansive board game, with expansive characters as our pieces and expansive choices as our dice tosses. And so, as you reach for Divergent, prepare yourself not for a plunge into plausible dystopia, but rather for an indulgence in what might best be described as narrative dessert. Unabashedly sweet and not necessarily nutritious.